Hello, friends. So, talking about the FDI inflow, what is happening in India, we have seen the post 90s LPG liberalization, what we have seen. After that, lot of increase, lot of openings. We have shifted from the regime of FERA, which was regulatory, to FEMA, which is more managerial oriented. So, this shift and opening of the country, inviting foreign investments, FDIs, we have seen a great increase from the 90s to 2020. In fact, in the early 21st century, it was near about $4 billion, and today it is near about $64 billion. So that's a more than 15 times increase in the FDI policy, FDI inflow of money in India. So that is a major success for the country. And also, it is worthy to note that the forex reserve, what we have in terms of hard currencies inflow from outside, is approximately it has crossed $500 billion uh, this year. So that is more than $500 billion. So that is very important because the more the hard currencies we have, the RBI is having more of it, the more stable our rupee will be, the more entrusted currency the rupee will become. In the form of our import will be better shielded from the volatility of the conversion rates between currencies, and also the flight of or the weakening of rupee or the local currency is something which can be always countered with a large forex reserve in the country. So that helps enhance the credibility of the economic system, financial system of the nation. So these are the achievements what we are seeing, and furthermore, the government is more and more opening inflows of FDI in defense, multi-brand retail. We have seen single brand retail. We have seen then, and largely these have been through automatic route, some with government route. So the shift from FERA to FEMA in the 90s, that's in terms of implementation, that has been a trigger on this large inflow of money in this land of opportunities, what India is today, what India is for the 21st century and beyond. So that has been fueling our economy in terms of constant good capital inflow. The inflow, unlike the foreign portfolio investments happening in the country, this is not a fly by night money. This is money is coming here, it is bringing along with this capital, it is bringing along managerial capacities with foreign multinationals having a controlling ownership in the Indian investments, what they are making. So their decision making, efficiency, economic efficiency, all of them, technology, know-how, everything is brought in inside the country from outside. We have seen largely FDIs coming in services sector, uh, computer software, hardware as well. Then in construction we have seen coming, and in manufacturing as well, automobile and all, we have seen a lot of FDIs coming. And in terms of manufacturing, recently we have seen how companies are flocking out of China, and India is one of the major contenders in terms of attracting businesses. Now, that is something I'm not sure how much successful we are on that, but that is a major opportunity lying outside to attract more and more FDIs, foreign play. For instance, Apple is largely being attracted to India by the government to set up their manufacturing base and expand their manufacturing base in India, shift it from China. However, we need to be aware that other competitors like Taiwan, Vietnam, these are the countries which are getting more and more of this pie. So, but nonetheless, we are still on a positive growth in terms of getting FDIs. Now, these FDIs which are coming in are largely in terms of FDI equity inflow. So here the money is coming, staying in the companies, and in fact generating more and more economic activities. The in terms of growth, if we see, there has been a 13% growth in FDI inflow equity domain. So FDI equity inflow is growth of 13%. And for other reinvestments, if we see that growth is 3%, but that is a small share. The major share of the FDI inflow is FDI equity inflow. So overall, we see a lot of capital being attracted to the country. Recently, we have seen the announcements of Google of investing $10 billion in the country with uh, largely they have done with in telecom and with Geo, they have invested somewhere around 50% of that, having a stake in Geo platforms. Earlier, we saw how Facebook came into it, India with these investments. Before that, we have seen Amazon, Jeff Bezos making huge announcements for investments in India when he came to India a few months back. Before that, Walmart has taken over Flipkart and invested a lot of money and still doing. So a lot of these things are happening. Money is flowing in India. Followingly, we have technology, managerial capacity, efficiency, and all the global standards practices being settled in India, and that is creating a huge boost to the economy. So it is something worth noting that we are careful about attracting more and more FDIs, and that should be aligned with our agenda of Atma Bharat. And we need to be careful on how to move ahead in this globalization era. In terms of country, when we focus, earlier it was largely dominated by Mauritius, and that was mainly, largely it was money laundering allegedly, leveraging the double taxation avoidance act between the two countries. But now with proper policy actions 2016 onwards, we have seen a decrease of money inflow through Mauritius, and Singapore has taken that position. So Singapore is the number one spot from where we are getting in money. Other places from where largely we are getting FDI is Cayman Islands is being used to put in money in India. Then US is definitely there. China, it has decreased over the past years. Then Hong Kong is one of the major places from where money is inflow in India. So we see these are the countries from where money is coming. UK is there, Netherlands is there. So we need to be careful on how the money is coming, which are the countries which are being used or misused, if I can say so, to put in money into India, leveraging the DTAA, Double Taxation Avoidance Act, with no tax at the other place, so all the money is routing in from there. So these are the things the policy players can look upon, think upon, how we have dealt with Mauritius. We can think on that more, how to improve it further, and overall create it an environment of more and more healthy FDI inflows in India, which is long-term sustainable. Thank you.